I never thought I'd see his face again. Not in this lifetime. Not after 41 years of silence. Of tears. Of convincing myself that hope was a cruel thing, meant to torture the living. Yet there he was, standing on my front porch, in the fading glow of the evening sun, like a ghost that had finally found its way home. At first, I thought I was dreaming. The sea had always played tricks on my mind. Sometimes, I could swear I heard his voice in the wind. But this time, it wasn't the sea whispering. It was him. "Evelyn," he said softly, his voice breaking like a fragile branch. "It's me. It's Robert." I froze. The mug I was holding slipped from my hand and shattered against the floorboards. I didn't move, didn't breathe. Robert, my husband. The man who had vanished on a stormy night when I was 21 years old. I remember that night like it was yesterday. The storm was brutal, the kind that ripped roofs off houses and left the ocean screaming. His boat, the Evelyn Rose, never came back. The Coast Guard searched for weeks, but they only found fragments, splintered wood, torn netting, and a single shoe I couldn't bring myself to touch. For years, I visited the shore every morning, hoping for a miracle. But miracles, I learned, belong in stories, not real life. Until now. I stepped outside, the cool breeze brushing against my face. He looked older, of course. His hair thin and silver, his posture stooped, but his eyes, those same deep blue eyes I fell in love with at 19. "Robert," I whispered. He smiled weakly. "You haven't changed much, Evie." Evie. Only he called me that. My knees trembled, and before I knew it, I was in his arms. It didn't feel like a dream anymore. His hands were warm, his heartbeat real. But as I held him, a strange unease stirred in me. Something about his scent, too sharp, too clean. His touch, gentle but unsure. His embrace, hesitant, as though he were imitating something remembered rather than felt. We went inside. He sat at the table, looking around like a man seeing a ghost of his own life. His eyes lingered on the old wedding photo above the mantel, the one where we were laughing, soaked in sunlight. "I never stopped thinking about you," he said. My throat tightened. "Where were you, Robert? How are you even alive?" He exhaled shakily. "It's a long story. I was rescued. Years later, I lost my memory. A fishing crew found me off the coast of Indonesia. I've been living there ever since, trying to remember who I was. Only a few months ago, it came back, and I had to come home. I wanted to believe him. God, I wanted to. But 41 years? That's a lifetime. Still, that night, I made him soup and listened as he spoke in fragments about drifting at sea, about waking up in a strange hospital, about the kindness of strangers. I watched his hands as he talked. They looked older, thinner, but familiar. When he reached for the salt, I noticed the scar on his left wrist, the same one from when he'd cut himself, fixing the boat engine all those years ago. That scar had once been my proof that love leaves marks deeper than time. It was there, exactly the same. He was my Robert. He had to be. After dinner, he asked to see the house. I showed him the bedroom, still faintly smelling of lavender, the same curtains he had chosen. His eyes watered when he saw the framed letter he wrote me before his last voyage. I watched him as he traced the handwriting with trembling fingers. "You kept it," he said. "Of course," I whispered. "You never came back." He smiled softly. "But I did now." That night I couldn't sleep. I lay awake, listening to his steady breathing in the next room. Every sound made my heart race. The creak of the floor, the wind against the shutters. I felt young again, terrified and hopeful all at once. Yet, as the moonlight crept across the floor, I couldn't shake one thought. He said he'd lost his memory. But when I served him dinner, he automatically reached for the cabinet. The one that still held the salt and pepper in the exact same spot from 40 years ago. He shouldn't have known that. The next morning, I found him sitting by the window, staring at the sea. He looked peaceful, almost happy. "It hasn't changed," he said quietly. "No," I murmured, handing him tea. "The sea never does." He turned to me then, his eyes strangely bright. "Evie, I want to make things right. I lost so much time, but we can still have the years we were denied." It sounded like a promise, but behind it, I heard something else. A tremor, a heaviness I couldn't name. Later that day, I went into town to buy groceries. Everyone I passed stopped and stared. "Evelyn," old Mrs. Parker gasped. "Who is that man I saw in your window this morning? He looked just like my husband," I said quietly. "Robert." Her mouth fell open. "But, Evelyn, that's impossible. I saw his body back then. My brother helped in the search." She stopped. "They what?" I asked. She hesitated. "They found him, Evie. They just didn't tell you. They said it wasn't right to show you." My heart went cold. "What do you mean?" "They buried him, out near the cliffs. No name, just initials. RH. I swear it was him." The bag in my hand nearly slipped. I walked home without remembering how. Every step felt heavier than the last. When I reached the porch, I saw Robert standing there again, smiling faintly, waiting for me, but now I couldn't look at him the same way. If Mrs. Parker was telling the truth, then who was standing in my house? That night, I didn't sleep again. I heard him pacing in the hallway, his footsteps deliberate and slow, like someone counting the boards. I watched the faint shadow under my door move back and forth, then stop. He paused there for a long moment. Then softly, I heard his voice through the door. "You always kept the bedroom on the left," he whispered. I held my breath. He couldn't have known that either.